So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to start up a bait today. I'm going to go bait one more, and then I'm going to start up a bait. I baited 4 already this morning, but I had to come back and get more to go to a different area of Zone C in northeastern Wisconsin. I want to fire up one more bait to give me more options. And the more baits you have, the more options you have. If one starts slowing down, my baits are starting to slow down just a little bit. It's getting hot. The raspberries are starting to turn red. I found some blueberries today, and someone told me yesterday that acorns are starting to fall, but it's still pretty early because it's the end of July. So I'm switching up everything. I'm adding more, like 4 different kinds of bait to the bait station. So what I do is I put them in these these buckets, these garbage cans. Then I have a backpack, which I'll show you what I do over there and show you my scents I use. So what I normally start out with is I always try to put the good stuff in first and then the filler in last. Because when I dump it out, that means the good stuff's on top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off, I've got some Pop-Tarts here. And this stuff is like a cinnamon Pop-Tart. So all I do is I take, and I just put in, this stuff's more of a, looks like a powder, but it's something that they can't just grab and walk away with, because you want to have more smaller things that the bear have to sit at the bait and consume instead of just grabbing and running. Because some of the bear, if you got a bear you want to shoot, but is also getting the crap kicked out of him by another bear, he's just going to come in, grab bait, and run. So I want to make sure that all bear come and they have to lay down or sit there and eat. So I'm going to throw some Pop-Tarts in here and do that. And then I'm going to go to this barrel, which this barrel has, let's see what they get out of this one. This barrel is hard to see in, but it has like chocolate and fudge stuff in the middle. It smells really good. Everyone says, how do I say this? Everyone says, use a lot of sweets. They like sweets. They also don't like to get overwhelmed in sweets. So I don't give them I give them sweets to keep them there. And I know Michigan can't use chocolate. So I found some of these barrels and just use them to give them a little variety. And when I fill it, I make sure every time I fill them all the same way, where the good stuff is on the bottom and the filler stuff, like your more drier foods, and because it'll get expensive if you just use sweets, especially if you got to buy it all. I know a lot of people go to bakeries and get stuff like that. I don't have a spot to keep everything froze. So I'm gonna do this, and then, so that those are done. And then I'm starting to use, because corn's starting to get ready. So you give them some corn. I gotta open up another bag here. Realize that one was almost empty. So like, this is all my bait. I had 20 some barrels. I went through quite a few, refilled and restocked them. Especially when it gets milky, they go in the cornfields. So if you can give them a little bit of corn, a little bit of something natural, it's a natural food to them. Give them some of that. But when you use this kind of stuff, this stuff really gets heavy walking in. And so then put corn in there. And I went and picked up at Walleyes and Whitetail granola. So I'll put some granola in there. Let them eat that because granola works really good. And then they also, if anybody lives in the North Woods here, knows anything about bear loves sun clover. So give them some of that. Now this gets heavy. There's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of different, and I know it doesn't look like I give them a lot. Oh, that's it. I know it doesn't look like I give them a whole lot, but they're getting 10 gallons. And if they go to a bait site that has 10 gallons of the same thing over and over, a bear's gonna get sick. Not that sick, but sick and tired of it. They're gonna go to another bait site. And if that person is randomly using just random stuff all the time and switching everything up, I've noticed the bear will stay at those bait sites more than if they just go to the same person. Because now it's close to August. Bear season starts in 8 weeks and 7 weeks, 8 weeks. And everyone has food in the woods. Natural food's getting. So I try to split it up on what, give them a whole different bunch of options. And this is like my filler. This pretzels. So I have Triscuits that I use. I have a bunch of barrels of pretzels, and that's what I use a lot of. But I give like 5 gallons of the mixed stuff, and then I'll give 5 gallons of like your filler is what you want to call it. All of your cheaper, drier food that lasts longer in your barrels. So like people use bread. I couldn't get any bread this year. People use popcorn. Popcorn's good, but when it gets wet, it pretty much dissolves. These pretzels are good. They get a little moist, they get a little damp. And, but if you put enough like oils on them, like it's a salty sweet mix is what I would say it would be. So what I'm gonna do is I'll bring this over here. So I run just a regular backpack, and I put it on there, and you strap her in, and then it goes right on your back. You don't have to carry buckets. You don't have to, well, you can carry buckets because I also carry in, like oil, fryer oil. I got some strawberry pancake syrup that I'll carry in, put on. This is something I got 5 gallons of it, or 10 gallons of it. And it's a blueberry puree, which I don't know if it's the best. To me, it smells more alcohol-y, like drinking alcohol. But then when I start a bait, I'll put this on there. This is just a powder flavored drink mix, like Hawaiian Punch, or what's the big guy?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid, the big guy, yeah, like me. Kool-Aid. But then I really spray, and you gotta use scents that they'll keep on coming back and checking. I use North Branch Outdoors scents. This smells really good. The wild berry smells really good. Their Fruit Loops schmear is really good. So I got hooked up with North Branch Outdoors, and they're another service that they do hunts and stuff in the area. I want to eventually do some guiding next year once I get everything figured out. And I also use, which I'll spray on the logs I put down I'll spray, no, what the heck is this? Liquid smoke, sorry. I get liquid smoke, I get 5 gallons of liquid smoke every year. And then I spray this on the logs, and then I'll spray this around, because this is an oil based and it really smells. It works really good. So, and then I do the fryer oil, which I get that from all local bars and restaurants. I get jugs of fryer oil for free. And that's what I'll dump some of that on the bait if I don't have any other toppings. And then, you know, our refrigerator in the garage isn't always made for alcohol. It's made for frozen stuff that we can use. That's a topping. And see on the bottom, I keep stuff cold. And this is Bailey's ice cream. This stuff works. This stuff smells good. You wouldn't believe the bears I get on camera when they first open it up, and they got it all over their face, and it's kind of neat watching them lick it off. And, so yeah, so that's how I start it. That's how I get a bucket ready. I'll get 4 of those ready, because I'll have 4 in one spot, 2, 3 in another spot, and I'll come back and load them back up and then go back out, or do it in separate days. So yeah, if you like what I do, like, subscribe, follow. We're gonna get more content out. We're gonna do more things. I wish it was hunting season so I could show more hunting videos. I know a lot of people get bored of me baiting, but start liking and subscribing, start following me, and our journey will be great. And we're going to the Black Bear Show. So if you guys see us out there on Edge Outdoors at the Black Bear Show, we'll be there. Hopefully meet Bernie and from Bow Hunting Road. He does a lot of cool things. He taught me a lot with his YouTube channels, and that's what I'm hoping to teach other people on the YouTube channel that we're creating for Northeast Wisconsin to hunt around fields and different areas in Northeast Wisconsin. So stick with us. When I start up a bait later today, hopefully we can get some content on that, and I'll fire up another bait, and we'll talk at you later.